You know, this is probably gonna be a shocker to some, and then others are gonna be like, "Yeah, that's kind of wow, that makes sense," and wow, that's funny. And I'm saying this because I was just looking at someone's video on Instagram, and it had a video showing two cats chilling. You know, they're clearly somebody's pets, relaxing, living the good life, living the good feline life. At least I should say some of us would assume, might assume, that those cats in that Instagram video are living it up, living well, living good, you know, living high on the hog. Get your walk in with your coffee in the morning. Anyways, so some of us might say, yeah, they're definitely living it up. But anyways, in the caption of the video, it was like, I raised them to be the most woke, vaccinated, microchipped, registered cats ever. And I'm pretty much paraphrasing what it said because it had extra stuff on there, and I'm sure I left out shit, but I'm paraphrasing. In other words, some folks see the value in making sure that their dogs, their cats and dogs, their pets get vaccinated because they don't want their cats and dogs and cats, their pets, because you can have pets that are not a cat or a dog. So pets, they don't want their pets to die, or I should say get sick and or potentially die from things that they don't have to get in the first place. People can understand they don't want their dogs to have rabies or parvo, their cats to have rabies, or or HIV, or feline IV. Literally, I think that's what it is, FIV. So people can understand that they don't want their pets to contract things that they don't have to contract. And that's because some folks, are able to realize, like, I love my pet, I love my dog, I love my cat, your bunny, rabbit, whatever pet you have. You want to try to, some folks take the precautions and are able to do so. But we also, the other thing I have to bring up is costs. This can be very expensive. This is very expensive. I go to the vet once or twice a year for my dogs. Now, I would rather go once or twice a year than every other month or every quarter or multiple times a month, obviously, because it's expensive doing it once or twice a year, especially if you have more than one pet. I have 2 dogs, so and really, if I include my uncle's doggy, 3. So it can be very expensive. So I understand that, which is another reason why I think too, like, there needs to just be universal health care across the board, not just for humans, but also for pets. Because I'm just like, in general, as much as we're paying in taxes and all of these fees and things, our health insurance, in my opinion, should already be included. Just saying. Because, like, we're paying taxes on everything, but yet we don't have nothing to, just saying. But the point is, they see the value in making sure that their pets are protected, but yet there are people who see the value in making sure that their pets are protected, but in the same breath don't see the value in making sure that humans are protected. Oh, Wild. Mm-mm. Don't want the kids to be vaccinated, but we'll spend thousands of dollars on little poochie woo woo or little pussy meow, which is fine. That's your baby, you know what I mean? I feel the same way about my boys. But they will go and do that, but then turn around and tell you if you have a human child, oh well, who cares if they get measles? They'll be all right. What? Child, I'm telling you, who cares if they get COVID, or who cares if they get HIV, or who cares if they get HPV or shit that who cares if they get malaria, shit, polio. Like, literally, you have people who are fine with that, right? They're fine. Yeah, there are definitely going to be, hopefully, more people that survive it, but there's going to be a lot of people who die. And there's also going to be a lot of people who, even after the initial infection, they're going to continue to suffer throughout their life with health conditions that are directly related to the initial infection. So if there's a vaccination that can help prevent that, or significantly reduce the chances of you needing to be hospitalized, or significantly reduce the chances of you having long-term physical health issues later down the road, or mental health issues later down the road, I would take the vaccination personally. Now, I don't think we should force it, even though it could help. But I recognize freedom. I actually believe in freedom. I actually believe in, bodily autonomy, my body, my choice. So even though I don't agree with you not getting vaccinated, I'm not going to force you to get vaccinated. So I do believe it should be an option. But to take away the option, that's not really bodily autonomy. That's not my body, my choice. That's not freedom. You're not even giving us the option. So this is why I be saying, that's the other thing. Folks will sit up and argue that they are my body, my choice, and freedom. But really, they're only my body, my choice, and freedom for themselves, for their own group. Because then when it comes to other folks, all of a sudden, they are anti-freedom, and they don't want you to have my body, my choice. It's my body, my choice to wear a mask, right? But it's not my body, my choice if the person decides that they don't want to give birth, or a person decides that they want to access gender-affirming healthcare for transgender folks. It's freedom when you want to own a gun, but it's not freedom when a person decides to come out the closet and live their truth instead of living a lie. Like I said, a lot of y'all are hypocrites. And that's what I mean by, you can't, y'all want to cherry pick who gets rights, who don't. You want to cherry pick who gets freedom, who don't. It's just absolutely crazy. You got all these Americans that be flying in and out of other countries talking about it's vacation. Oh, I'm going to Mexico for vacation. I'm going to Jamaica for vacation. I'm going to Thailand for vacation. But then in the same breath, you sitting up talking about other people can't come to the USA for vacation. Can't come to study, can't come to learn, can't come because they're fleeing oppression. They're fleeing, war, death, genocides. Oh, Lord. But meanwhile, many of you who are anti-immigration are literally the very same people whose ancestors immigrated to the USA, to North America. And y'all were proud about it, you know, Ellis Island, and oh, my grandpa's from Lithuania. Oh, where's yours? Oh, he's from Naples, Italy. What about yours? Oh, yeah, he's from Denmark, wherever. They're from all over the place. They immigrated over here because your ancestors were seeking a better opportunity, hence why they came over here. But it's okay for you, right? It's okay for your ancestors, your great-great-grandparents, your great-grandparents, what have you. But it's not okay for other people to do the same thing. Just the hypocrisy is what gets me. It's like I said, I would prefer everybody to be vaccinated. However, I believe in freedom. I believe in bodily autonomy. So with that being said, yeah, I would prefer all of us to be vaccinated. I'm not going to take your right away from you deciding not to get vaccinated. I'm not going to force you to get vaccinated. Even though I don't agree with you not being vaccinated, I still believe in your freedom. I still believe in your right to choose. I still believe in your bodily autonomy. I still believe that it's your body, so it's your choice. But as we can see, a lot of people really have different views and perspectives behind what they're saying and doing. A lot of people, in my opinion, are hypocritical and contradictive as hell. Like I said, it's okay for me to do it, but it's not okay for you to do it. I can have these rights, not you. But then you want to talk about fairness and equality. How is it fair and equality when only certain people get to have rights and freedoms and then everybody else is being fucked over? How is that fair? It's fair that you can, you know, go and get a gun and not have any type of mental, psychological evaluations, no background checks, no criminal background checks half the damn time. You'd be surprised. There's no training. A lot of times you literally go to get your CCW or your CPL. A lot of times it is you watching a clip, a few clips on a damn DVD or some movie from back in the day, low-key, like 10, 15, 20 years ago type shit. And it's just them showing people in a house in certain situations if a person was using their gun, right? And then you're in a group. Some of them might go the step further and have you go to a shooting range. And for some people, that's the first time they ever went. But in other words, you really don't need to know a lot to get your CCW, CPO. So there's no like routine trainings, you know, things that would make it safer, right? But they don't have that. So they think it's free for them to, you know, it's freedom, Second Amendment, to bear arms, the right to bear arms. It's okay for all of that, right? But then too often we seeing people do that and then go kill everybody at school. You know, go to Walmart and kill everybody at Walmart. Go to church and kill everybody at the church. That's what we're seeing too often. All because we don't want to have common sense gun laws to protect folks, right? But in the same breath, it's not freedom if I, as an intersex trans man, born intersex, was never male or female to begin with. But okay. Born intersex and identifies as an intersex trans man. It's wrong for me to go and get the right hormones for my body? As a grown man making a decision for his own life. But it's okay for this person that we don't really know shit about either, which is cool. We don't know about each other. That's cool. But you don't know nothing about this person either, right? And this person is buying a gun. And guess what? That person decides, you know what? I don't like today. I've been going through a lot. I think this group is the reason why I'm going through this shit. So I just happen to come up into this neighborhood. And I'm just going to sit here at this park and shoot everybody while I'm here. That's the type of shit that's happening because he has the freedom, she has the freedom, they have the freedom. It's funny how people will be like, oh, I don't understand pronouns, and you guys are always bringing pronouns and blah, 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 or any other identity into the mix, right? But then when the shoe is on the other foot, like anytime I'm saying, well, if he is a narcissistic or he decides to shoot up or it's not just men. Oh, so you do understand pronouns. Oh, okay. So y'all are hypocrites. It's a constant contradiction. I've noticed that throughout life. And don't get me wrong, I have done it. And I do it sometimes. I still do it sometimes, right? I get it. I'm a human too. But you got to start checking yourself. Like, why are you proud to be a hypocrite? Why are you proud to be full of shit? Why are you proud to be stupid? Why are you proud to be a bigot and closed-minded? Like, these are questions we got to start asking ourselves. Like, what? Anyways, let me continue this beautiful walk. I do this at least twice a week in the morning. When I tell you, when you come up with a routine, try to stick to it because it's so relaxing. That's also for your self-care. But yeah, I just thought that, like, I'm pro woke, I'm woke. I am pro LGBTQIA+. I'm pro transgender rights, freedoms, pro women. I'm a feminist. I'm a socialist. I'm democratic for the most part. I'm a leftist. I'm pro universal health care. I'm pro living wages that reflect the cost of living and take inflation into consideration. I'm pro Medicare, Medicaid for all. I'm pro universal child care. I'm leftist. I'm a socialist. I'm democratic. I'm queer. I'm black. I'm intersex. I'm gay. I'm proud. And I want you to be proud of yourself too, right? If you get to be proud to be you, I get to be proud to be me, right? It shouldn't be I get to do it, but you don't get to do it shit. That's my whole point. If you're going to call something out as problematic, then it has to be problematic across the board, right? Like, what are we doing here? Are we kids on the playground still, or are we adults? Like, that's really the question. Ooh, and when you got your coffee, I'll be mobbing through the USA on a bike, trail in the park, listening to music with a Kiss shirt on, representing Michigan. I'm walking, I'm on a trail, I'm walking, I'm on a trail. Listen, I really be out here just vibing. That's what I be saying. You really do have to start living your life for you.